All right, I'd like to officially open up the open space meeting this evening. Will you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I always group that one up.
My watch must be
It's slow, not fast.
Okay, we do have a quorum tonight. We have 4 members, so the meeting probably will not go as long as usual. We'll try to be as short as possible.
Very good.
I'd like to make a formal motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I approve.
Okay. Second by Dale. Darrell. Approved. Any additions or deletions to the current agenda?
None.
Okay.
Do you have any, Aaron?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. I just have. I'll
Just
have.
these 2 things I want to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Having said that, there'll be no official. There might in our reports. Will be since our liaisons are not here. Leah is not here this evening yet. If she shows up, we'll talk about her report. Pat is unavailable for tonight. Pam Frushi is not here, but Woody has some information he'd like
Important
to
information.
pass out about a product that she's come across as far as root killer is concerned. Woody, do you want to talk about it?
Root killers.
Go ahead.
People who buy new houses, they might want to put this into the sewer system so they won't dig up their lawn. And they have this called main line. It also cleans out the stuff that's in the sewer line. Okay?
Okay.
$30. Go down to hardware, Rose Hill Hardware, ask for it, they can get it.
Does it work?
I've been using this for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started using this year when I found out about it.
So, works pretty good then, eh?
Works so fine for me so far, you know. I'm not going to say who can say if it's going to work forever, but
Okay.
right now it's working very good for me.
Okay.
Okay,
All
I think
right.
Ellen will try that.
Okay.
How about you? Why don't you try it?
Did you have trouble
No.
before?
No, I'm trying to not have trouble.
Okay, because depending on the kind of a line you've got, it's tough for tree roots to get into it.
Okay, well, if they go down low enough, they will get there. They go to water, don't they?
The roots?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is how they get into the pipeline.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, it's a good
The thing has
precaution.
been sitting there for $30 a year.
It's a good
Well,
precaution.
this can last probably maybe a year and a half, and this can last.
Well, how do you determine how much one you're going to put in?
Well, it says to put in 1/3, I think, 1/3 of the bottle. Retreat 6 to 12 months later.
Okay.
And I do this, like I say, April and October.
Okay. So it works for you.
It works for me.
Okay.
And this I just started, the main line, and it cleans out the toilet paper and stuff like that.
Well, it says here the 99% of this is copper sulfate.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. That's something. It'll kill anything.
Okay.
Copper sulfate.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Okay, that's mine.
Okay.
That's 9 for Paul for Pam.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be brief. Woody called me
That's impossible.
a couple of weeks ago
Be brief.
about some dead tree issues and people cutting trees, and come to find out that the wood that tree cutting that was done by TNT per the authorization of the township. And I'd like to pass out to you, Woody, for your information, for everybody's information, the policy about cutting dead and dangerous tree for removal process. And this is what this is from Tony Gray. Just to quickly go over open space, dead tree, and dangerous tree removal process. and this is for not only members here, but for everybody that's listening at home or watching at home. We take a complete or observe a dead tree and dangerous tree. An open space dangerous tree generally includes a dead tree that can reach any privately owned structure, property, easement, roadway, bike path, or other that could cause injury, death, or physical damage. I contact, Tony says, T&T Tree Service, meet with Tom, who owns T&T, who is our blanket order source for removing trees. We go to the site location and reach an agreed price and time frame, price established by bid process and as established in the township in March of 2009. Now, this is an emergency type situation. Somebody would call and say, hey, there's a dead tree out here and I think it's going to fall on my property. Or Tony, in his survey of driving around the island looking at tree conditions, might observe a dead or a dying tree on an open space property that might endanger life, limb, or property. We advise the property owner of a time frame if the resident is impacted. T&T does the work and sends us a bill for payment. We review each individual bill, location, and amount, and authorize and forward for payment. With the above-mentioned steps or process, T&T cannot do any open space work with our full knowledge of the situation.
Without.
Without. Did I say with?
with.
I said without our full knowledge of the situation. Now, in the cases where we want to remove trees for aesthetic purposes to improve the appearance of the open spaces, we will contact Tony Gray, and Tony will contact T&T to come out and prepare a bid, review the cost, and advise us accordingly, and then we will say to go ahead or not go ahead to improve the aesthetics of that given open space property.
It would be probably clearer instead of saying you do review each individual bill, because a bill is usually something that's submitted after the work is done.
After the work is done,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. In other words, it should be, you know, if we want to call it a bid, because this is what we set up in the other section, to go out for bid, competitive bid.
I don't think we should go with TNT exclusively.
We do.
I know,
contracted into them.
But, you know, we should also have a bid from another company, you know.
Well, it alludes to that. I read that in there that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
We should, you know, what we should do, we should test them and see if they're giving us a fair price all the time. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the situation. In other
It
words,
says price established by bid process in Township in March of 2009.
Right.
But I don't think
that was
we
done. They went through the whole rigmarole to get the contract.
Mm-hmm.
You can do what you want, but we got to use them.
here's the
They're under
thing.
contract.
If,
Huh?
in other words,
They're under
it's
contract. Well, we should test them.
yeah, periodically.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's nothing wrong with that. The only reason I'm saying the reason we do what we've been doing by having to call it, say, a blanket order source, say should be for a certain period of time, and there's no quarrel on that whatsoever. Establish a blanket order source. If you have a tree that's ready to fall down, you
Right, I
call
agree with
T&T
that.
and you go out and he cuts it down for you.
Right.
Yeah, but I think we should be notified. People who have... Okay, who's calling?
No, I don't have
Whose
to answer.
phone?
It's mine. I don't have to answer it. I forgot to shut it off.
Oh, shut it off.
It'll shut down in a minute. I'm sorry.
All right. So, but I think
It's my way of calling me.
Well, fine.
I think-
Leave the phone at home.
what we should, there's nothing wrong with periodically reviewing that bid process.
So I think we should be notified if it's in our area. We
Yeah.
should be notified and tell us where it is so we can go out and look at what they're talking about.
It should be.
well, what happens if there's an emergency situation?
Well, okay, find us an emergency situation. This wasn't an emergency situation
Okay.
that I'm talking about on Meridian Road. There was 3 trees. They said it looked like they're gonna fall. Well, when I got there, I couldn't tell if they're gonna fall. They're all chopped up. So that doesn't do me a
I
bit
think
of
what,
good.
I think, to Tony's point, I think what he did, I think he made a decision.
No,
It
fine,
was about
but
to
I
fall.
still like to know prior to cutting him, so I can
Yes.
go out and look at him myself.
Yes, exactly.
I trust him, but I want to see him too.
And,
Okay, all right.
and I think we should have 2 contractors, not just one.
Well, we got one
There's
contract because
enough
They
work.
put the bid in 2009.
Yeah.
They went through the rigmarole. They put up the bond and all the other stuff that the other ones didn't want to do.
Mhm.
I know, we can find low cutters, I know that.
Oh, I know, but
I think what you want is you want it periodically, you want to
yeah,
open the bid for a blanket order.
We know
service.
about it ahead
Yeah.
of time, whenever, an emergency situation,
yeah.
going to go to TNT.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, Tony prepared this, so I'm just
Okay,
passing it
I'm
on
just
to
saying that
you.
we should be
But
notified.
an emergency situation, we pay high dollar.
Well,
And it's,
well, he's, to his point, I think, from what I can see, he has been very fair in his pricing.
Okay.
In my opinion, he has been. And I'm
we
saying
can-
that
we can always,
objectively.
Okay.
Hmm.
As long as he's fair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with the township
Because I'm-
deciding, it's been 3 years, what, 3 years? If you want to open up for another bid process, that's fine, okay? So I just wanted to pass that along to you. That's for your information. You got a copy of it, so we'll let it die as it is. That's all I have as far as extra information is concerned. Darrell, do you want to tell us about the Albemarle Meadows? How
Yeah,
do
we all
stand?
want to get together and we'll start that north-south trail with, a couple loads of mulch. And see how it fares out. Remove that one sign that is in the way, replace it, and just a couple feet off. I think it's some kind of pipeline going through there, but just move it off a little bit to where a couple feet away.
what kind of pipeline?
Well, we'll have to review it. I didn't take a picture of it or anything, but we will.
Now, Darrell, I did.
But we all have to review it together,
Okay, good.
before we do anything.
Sure. For your information, you expressed a need for, when you're ready, for a couple, 3 loads of chips.
Yeah, let's start out with 2 big loads
Okay.
from TNT,
Now, all we have to do is give them a call,
right?
and you tell them where you want them dumped.
Yeah,
and
let's
they will-
all
and they
let's
will
all
dump
meet
them.
out there and review it before we dump it.
Okay, when do you want to do that?
When there's more poison ivy there.
Woody will
We
go
can stay on
first.
we can stay on the road.
Woody will go first.
It's no problem.
okay?
We can meet on the road,
Okay.
and then Woody, you can look at that sign, and then
All right, when do you want to meet?
it's entirely up to Woody.
Not up to me,
He's
it's
the
not
one
my
that's the
project.
busiest.
When do you want to start? When do you want to go out there and meet and decide where we're going to be?
What's a good day?
I have no good days,
He
so
works every day.
I do too.
All right.
What? What do you do every day?
You pick the day, and we'll have,
yeah, it's not going to be long as you pick a
Yeah.
Get a half hour, maybe?
you want half an hour
Yeah,
in
how
the
about
morning?
Monday morning early? Let's
How
see.
early do you?
Oh, about 7.
That's good. I don't get up at 7, but you can be there.
Make it 9 o'clock.
I might
Okay.
not be there at 9.
9 o'clock.
Okay, 9 o'clock.
At
Monday.
Albemarle Meadows.
Right.
Might not be there. That's too early. I have things to do before I leave the house. I don't know about you guys. I go work out on that day.
I don't leave the house right now.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So that's the first step to determine where you want it. I think you've got the trail pretty well scoped out
Right.
as far as where you want it. Okay?
Right.
All right.
Why don't you put some ribbons out so we know which one you're talking if we can't be there at 9 o'clock?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll
We'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll
Yeah,
drive by
we'll-
after here, and we'll go down there and you can show me the sign.
Well, you just call me. I'm just up the
I'll go
street.
down to there now.
No, just call me when you make it. I'll show you.
No, I'm going to drive right after here. I'm going to follow you right down. And
Okay.
you can show me the sign.
All right.
I don't have to go to
Okay,
the
that sounds
sign.
good. Okay. Okay, Woody.
All right.
And then you
Agreed.
show me where you're going to put the stuff.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Now, I have in front of me here the Grow Seal open space, locations, and trail guide that Daryl and I have been working on. This copy here is in pretty good shape. There's been some reviews made and some changes made. I want to use that as the master for Daryl and I when we go to
Whipple printing.
Whipple Printing to give them our blessings on doing it. But that's what it's going to look like. Woody, have you got a copy of this, don't you?
Not of the changes. I got a copy of what you said to me about it.
Yeah. Okay, why don't you... I've made some, I've had 3 people go through and make some grammatical changes, spelling and so forth.
Oh, good.
And that's what's going to look at. Show that to Woody. Woody, take a look at it. That's what it's going to look like.
There's only 519 versus 529. Is that what it is?
That's correct. I double-checked it. That's the correct number.
How pass. Is that word however?
Yes.
Okay, past that.
That's
However, that is...
Your English teacher took care of that.
She sure did, didn't she?
7 equals. What's the check mark mean?
Check mark means I just checked them off and confirmed that those are
Okay, what do I have to do? Red thing. Leave blank. Why do we leave it blank?
Because that's the Centennial Farm open space. The original map had the entire Centennial Farm and the open space identified as open space.
Okay.
So I had them cut it back. So I had
the
them
farm
correct
is an
that.
open space, it's something else.
Yeah, so I just had them correct that, or they will.
Okay, is the new part in here where we got the new piece of property we bought from Meridian to East River Road in here?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's blacked out in here somewhere?
yes, that's correct. That's been changed. That's correct.
Okay, Roseville Nature Mountains.
Now you can see where you got Manchester Meadows. That's 153 acres. It's all one area.
You're talking here?
Yes, if I can
There's
see
one
that
little
far.
spot up here somebody owns, it's a house there or something?
Well, I can't see it from there, but yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, we're okay.
All right, let's go to the next page. You got the check marks, you mean you were there. You crossed out what do you close it out for?
That's up for discussion. That picture that you see down at the bottom there is the picture of the bird sanctuary trail.
Okay.
And I felt that starting over the next page where you got the bird sanctuary, but Daryl's got to look at it first in detail to see. I was going to recommend that picture down at the bottom is a little bit redundant, but
Okay.
that's up to you.
Okay, you got wildlife, you got life over here, and with,
Yeah.
instead of and, trees with, view. And at the back, we have, and provide a diverse view. Fourth view.
Now, when we take that to Whipple Printing, we'll just give them that and tell them but look at it, rather carefully and make sure that you,
Okay, while you're talking about that, well, who's the lady that sends out the stuff for new ones?
it's been Rose Ellison.
Okay. You have a good number for her?
Yes.
Okay, I'll call you later at home, and you give me the number.
I think, I say I do. She may have changed it. She's officially not a member of the committee, but she
I
still
know that
sends
she
out.
sends the stuff. So what I want to do is I want her to include this in what she sends out, in just a little
Okay,
short.
the last
Oh, you got to tell
the
me
last
about-
number I have, got a pencil?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm getting it.
Sharp end down, Woody.
Shoving it down. Okay.
692-6689.
6689. Rose
Ellison. Now-
Ellison.
Now, if she is not available at that number, you can call her at the EPA. I think she still works at the EPA down.
EPA
Yeah.
should be. Well, I can call her at that number. I'm not calling her EPA.
Well, she may have a cell phone number. I think that's a landline. I think.
Okay, we'll call the sideline. Have her give me a call back. That's all I can do. I just want her to include it in a little
Little blurb?
little blurb saying, new residents, you could, if you want to, pick this stuff up at the hardware store or anywhere else you like to pick it up, but it might save you a digging process.
All right. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to mail this out, called Every Door Delivery,
Okay.
to every resident on Grosse Ile.
That costs us only 25 cents or something?
It's going to cost us, there's about, according to the information I got from the United States Post Office today,
Which was going broke,
okay,
or is broke.
okay, is we got 4,813 residents on the island, consisting of 11 routes. All right? We're going to have it segregated by routes, and all that will be done by Whipple Printing. So, Woody, you don't have to do any work
I'm
on
not going
this
to
at
do
all.
it. I don't
Okay?
care. I'm not licking and sticking this time.
Okay. The cost for 4,260 deliveries.
Why is it that way when we have 813?
Let me finish, okay? 813. 4,000. Okay. 4,260 deliveries will cost us $617.17, which is a little bit, maybe around 14 or 15 cents a piece.
Okay. Let
This
us.
is 617 what total?
$617.70 is the price I have.
Okay, now, you said 4,800
And 13.
is the
The
number.
rest, okay, let me finish. Your question is why the difference in the numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
The difference is we're going to deliver only to households only. We're not going to deliver to post office box or to commercial.
Okay, so there's 620, you said?
Whatever.
Whatever's the number now?
4,260. Okay?
Those are mailboxes.
Or whatever.
Mailboxes, okay? Now, at this point in time, I don't know exactly the total price for, running the copies, but I think it's going to run, I don't know, I'm not sure at this point in time. But $617 to deliver 4,260 pieces of mail is a good price, I think.
And 70 cents.
That's probably
14 cents a piece.
That's probably a lot more though than what they charge for all of the advertisements that I get every day.
Yeah.
Because I get a whole handful of stuff I throw away every day.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Different, Kroger's.
so with the changes that we have made here tonight, okay, I think of the changes we're going to go with. Unless you want more time, do you want more time to go through it? Take your time.
No.
There's no great hurry to have this done
Well,
immediately.
the world isn't going to come to an end if you're something that you've omitted.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So how much money do you think it's going to cost them to put it together?
I do not know at this particular time. I haven't got an official quote from them.
Well, when you give them the official number,
I'll let you
you should
know.
be able to know us what this is going to cost us.
That's correct. Okay. Frankly, I think it's long overdue that we would do it.
Oh, yes, I do too.
All right. So thanks to Darrell for all the work that he's done on Albemarle Meadows and the work on this. We kind of worked together on it, but I think
What's the official name of this thing nowadays?
Grosse Ile Open Space Locations and Trail Guide. We tried to.
I got that right over here. That's the same thing that you just mailed to me.
That's correct. The only thing what I emailed to you was, that said it came off the internet. I had to paste it together so it would come up with.
That's okay.
with a book.
And I got the tail here and
Right.
the other part of the fish here.
Okay, so if there's no objections, we'll go ahead with this.
Go ahead.
Okay? All right. Okay, having said that, thank you very much. Any other comments anybody wants to make? We're going to, Art, anything else?
No?
I think we're good. I'm good.
Okay, you good? Okay.
We had in the minutes, that I had talked about doing something about the trees that are dead, they're laying, and they're just
Yes.
being decomposed by nature.
Right. I think I have that outlined in the minutes, and I think what we
Yeah.
said we're going to do is we'll take a look at it and see.
Well, right now, it's not too obvious, because you've got underbrush out growing up
I
around
think
it.
the fall is probably the best time to
Yeah,
take a
in the
look
Fall
at it.
or fall,
Now,
after the leaves are down.
Right.
Now, for your-
Shrubs and stuff.
for your information, the people that are watching, we will not be meeting in July or August.
Oh,
We
what
don't.
a shame!
We don't. Okay.
What a shame! What am I
So,
gonna do?
But Art, we can go through those trails and
Yeah.
just kind of
Did you get this?
move that wood over, and make trails out of
Pardon
them.
me?
Did you get the
You know,
estimate?
the existing trails
On
I'm
150
talking
feet?
about.
Yeah, I understand.
No, I didn't.
But the ones I'm concerned with, that bother me,
Shame on you.
makes it look like we don't care.
Yeah,
Or, you're driving down Meridian, for
Yeah.
example.
those are the ones, yeah.
And
we should.
you got a bunch of
All right.
decomposing logs and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
That costs us a ton. That would cost us a ton. We don't have enough money.
so those people that are watching, or maybe the one or two people that are watching,
Maybe your wives.
can you, this is going to be an 8-page booklet, and it will be mailed to each resident, and we hope the residents can use it and reference